Question 1. Ali can buy 5 pens and 2 bags, or only 3 bags. How many pens can he buy? In this question, the price of 5 pens plus 2 bags equals the price of 3 bags. You can move 2 bags to this side with different signs. So the price of 5 pens equals the price of 3 bags minus 2 bags. It means the price of 5 pens equals the price of 1 bag. So 1 bag equals the price of 5 pens. If Ali can buy 3 bags, so he can buy 3 bags. So it will be 3 times 5, which equals 15 pens. So the answer is C. Question 2. If 5% of a number is 20, then 55% of the number equals what? In this question, we can write 55% as 5% plus 50%. 5% from the question from the number is 20. So it's 20. Plus 50% of this number, you can multiply both sides times 10. So it will be 50% of the number equals 20 times 10, which equals 200. So it's 20 plus 200, which equals 220. So the answer is A. Question 3. If the father's age a year before his son's birth is 21 years, what is the sum of their ages after 10 years? After 1 year, the father age, it will be 22. Okay, then this is his son. After 10 years, his father will be 32, and the son will be 10 years. Their sum, it will be 42. So the answer is C. Question 4. Was Fahd 1,800 riyals in denominations of 500 and 200? If the banknotes are 6 notes, how many notes are in the denominations of 200? This question, you can write two equations. The first one, you can say that 500, this is x, and this is y. So the first equation is 500x plus 200y. This is equals the sum, which is 1,800. And also the sum of the two banknotes is x plus y, which equals 6. Then we will solve both equations together. You can multiply the second equation times negative 500 to cross x. So write down the first equation, which is 500x plus 200y equals 1,800. And the second equation, it will be negative 500x negative, you will multiply 1 times negative 5, it will be negative 500y, which equals negative 3,000. Then you will add both equations. Now you can cross 500x with negative 500x and 200y minus 500y, it will be negative 300y. This equals the sum of 1,800 and the negative 3,000, which equals negative 1,200. You can cross the negative sign with the negative sign. You can cross two zeros by dividing by 100, then divided both sides by 3. It means y equals 4. So y equals 4. It means the answer is 4, which is C. Also, you can use logic if you have two banknotes of 500 and four banknotes of 200, their sum, it will be 1,800 riyals. So the answer is C. Let's move to the next question. Question 5. A man who travels between two cities at the speed of 80 kilometers per hour. If he stopped after 3 hours and the remaining distance was 60 kilometers, then how many far the two cities is? In this question, we have the speed, which is 80 kilometers per hour. It means after each hour, it covers 80 kilometers. And he stopped after 3 hours, so you multiply 3 times 80 to find the distance. 3 times 80, which equals 240, plus 600 kilometers, sorry, 60 kilometers, their sum it will be 300. So the answer is A. Question 6. What is the angle made by the hour's hand if the time changes from 2 to 8? You know that from 2 to 8 you have 6 hours, and you know that the angle between each two number in the clock it's 30. So we'll just multiply 30 degrees times the difference between 8 and 2, which equals 6. So it will be 180 degrees. So the answer is D. Question 7. If the total number of non-Saudi women 1.6 million, find the total number of non-Saudi men from the total number in KC in 2004. In this question, we can say that the total number of non-Saudi women is 1.6. Where the non-Saudi women? Non-Saudi women is 7%. This is the Saudi women, and the non-Saudi women is 9%. So 9% is equivalent to 1.6. We want to find the number of non-Saudi men. Where the non-Saudi men is 17. 17%. If you double 9%, it will be 18%. And also, if you double 1.6, I think it will be 3.2. So the nearest number to 3.2, I think it will be 3.02. So the answer is B. Let's move to the next question. Question 9. Question 8. If the side length of the square is 20 centimeters, calculate the area of the shaded part. In this question, we have the side length is 20. So half of this side, which represent the radius of the circle, is 10. You can flip this quarter to this part. It will form a circle, so we have one circle. And also you can flip this quarter to this side, so you have another circle. It means we have two circles. As you know that the area of the circle is pi r squared. To find the area of one circle, it will pi times the radius length, which is 10 squared. So it will be pi times 100. And you know that pi is 3.14. So it's 3.14 times 100. Two zeros, you'll move the decimal point two digits to this direction, so it will be 314. This is the area of one circle. If you want to find the area of two circles, you just multiply this number times 2. So it will be 628, which is D. Question 9. What is the percentage of the increase between Saturday and Sunday? You know that to find the percentage of increase, you will just find the difference between both numbers in Saturday and Sunday over the original times 100, and the answer will be in percent. Okay, so in Saturday, it's here, which is 25, and Sunday, it's 40. The difference between 40 and 25 is 15. Over the smaller number or the original number, so this is percentage of increase, it will be 25 times 100. Simplify, numerator with the denominator. Divided 25, it will be 1. Divided 25, it will be 4. So it's 15 times 4, which equals 60%. So the answer is D. If the circle is divided into equal parts, find the angle of the shaded part. In this question, you can divide the circle into 4 equal parts like this. And you know that the measure of all of the circle is 360. So you will just divide the 360 by 4. So it will be 90. So the answer is B. If the weight of 4 oranges is equivalent to the weight of 3 red apples, or the weight of 2 green apples, what is the equivalent weight of oranges if we have 48 red apples and 36 green apples? In this question, we have the weight of 4 oranges. Let me write 4 oranges, write it like this, is equivalent to the weight of 3 red apples. And also the weight of 4 oranges is equivalent to 2 green apples. What is the equivalent weight of the oranges if we have 48 red? So write down 48 here, 48 red, and 36 green. Now we can make cross multiplication for both to find the equivalent weight of the oranges. In this one, you will just multiply 4 times 48 divided by 3. You can simplify 48 and 3 because you know that 48 is divisible by 3. So divided 3 it will be 1. 4 divided 3 is 1, and the remainder is here. So 18 divided 3 is 6. So we'll just multiply 18 times 4, which equals 64. This one will make cross multiplication, so just multiply 4 times 36 divided by 2. Divided 2 is 1, divided 2 is 18. Then you will multiply 4 times 18, which equals 72. Then you will just add them, 64 plus 72, which equals 136. So the answer is D. Question 12, if root x squared over 2 plus root x squared over 2 equals 8, find the value of x. You know that if you have square root raised to the power of 2, you can cross them out like this. So the first part, it will be x over 2, plus the second, you can cross them out also. So it will be x over 2. This is equal to the right-hand side, which equals 8. So x over 2 plus x over 2 have the same denominators, so you can add the numerators. X plus x, it will be 2x. And write down the right-hand side. You can cross 2 with 2. It means x equals 8. So the answer is B. Question 13, compare the minimum value of x plus 1 all squared and 1. To find the minimum value of x plus 1 all squared, just put x equals negative 1. Because if you added negative 1 plus 1, it will be 0. So you have negative 1 plus 1 all squared, which is 0 squared. So it will be 0. So the minimum value of x plus 1 all squared when x equals negative 1, it will be 0. And b equals 1, so the answer is B. Question 14. If 5 painters paint 5 paints art in 5 days, how many days for 10 painters finish 10 paints art? In this question, you write down the 5 painters like this: painters, 5, and the paint art, it's 5, and the number of days or the time, 5, like this. We want to find the number of days, so the number of days is x. 10 painters, write down the 10 painters here, and 10 paint art. You'll use this method, so just multiply 10 times 5 times x, which is 50x. This is equals 5 times 10, which equals 50, times 5. Then divided both sides by 50. It means x equals 5, so the answer is B. Question 15. If the speed of a car changed from 120 kilometers per hour to 100 kilometers per hour, after 5 hours of driving, how many hours would it take with the new speed if it covers the same distance? So you know that we want to find how many hours. You know that the speed equals distance over time. To find the time, it will be distance over speed. How can we find the distance? The speed was 120 kilometers per hour for 5 hours. So to find the distance in 5 hours, you'll just multiply 120 times 5. So the distance is 120 times 5. 12 times 5, it will be 60, and write down the 0. So we have 600 kilometers. This is the distance. To find the time, as we said before, you'll just divide the distance by the new speed, which is 100. So you will just divide it 600 by 100. Cross two zeros with two zeros, so it will be 6. So the answer is C. Question 16. A merchant bought 2 types of paints. He bought 20 cans from the first and 10 cans from the second. If the price of the first can of paint is 15 reals and the second is 30 reals, and he mixed the 2 types of paint, what is the price of the paint in one mixed can? In this question, we have two types of cans. The first type, and the second type. The first type, we have 20 cans, and the second one, 10. The price of the first is 15 reals, and the price of the second is 30 reals. To find the price of both, you will just multiply 20 times 15, and here we will multiply 10 times 30. So the price of the first, it will be 20 times 15, which equals 300 reals. And the price of the second type is 10 times 30, which equals 300 reals. So the total together, it will be 600 reals. If you want to find the new price, you will just divide it 600 by the total number of cans from both types. So we'll just add 20 plus 10. So 600 over 20 plus 10. So it will be 600 over 30. Can cross out two zeros. 60 divided 3, 6 divided 3, it will be 2, and write down 1 0. So the price is 20, which is B. Question 17. If the mean of two numbers is 3, and the mean of another 3 numbers is 2, find the mean numbers of the 5 numbers. In this question, we have the mean of two numbers is 3. If you have the mean of set of numbers, you can find their sum. So the sum of the first two numbers, you will just multiply 2 times 3, which equals 6. And also you can find the sum of the second 3 numbers. You will just multiply 3 times 2. So 3 times 2 is also equals 6. To find the new mean, or the mean of all of the number, you'll just find the sum of all of them, the sum of the two numbers, the sum of the 3 numbers, over their number, which is 5. So it will be 6 plus 6 over 5. So it will be 12 over 5. How can we change this number in decimal? Because we have decimal numbers in the choices. You just multiply this denominator times 2 and this numerator times 2. So it will be 24 over 10, which equals 2.4. So the answer is B. If x is an odd number, which of the following numbers is always odd? In this question, we can put x as any odd number like 3. If x is 3, You can put here 3, it will be 3 minus 1, which equals 2. 2, this is an even number, so this is not the correct answer. This one, it will be 3 plus 1, which equals 4. 4 is an even number, so it's not correct. This one, you will double 3, so it will be 6 minus 1, it will be 5. So it will be an odd number. So this is the correct answer. So the answer is C. In the opposite figure, find the value of x. We have several methods to find the value of x in this question. So check this triangle. Z is an exterior angle, and you know that the measure of the exterior angle equals the sum of the two interior angles except the adjacent angle. So Z equals 50 plus 30. So just add 50 plus 30 to find the measure of this angle, it will be 80. Now we have a triangle. You can find the measure of the third angle, which is represented by x. You know that the sum of measures of the interior angles of any triangle is 180. It means 60 plus 80 plus x. This is equals 180. So 140 plus x equals 180. Subtract 140 from both sides. It means x equals 40. So the answer is D. Question 20, if the price of a computer is 3,200 reals with a discount of 20%, how much was the price of the computer before the discount? We know that the price before the discount is 100%. 100% of X. If we have a discount with 20%, it means the price of the discount will decrease by 20. So we'll just subtract 100 minus 20, it will be 80%. So 80% of the original price equals this amount of money, which is 3,200. How can we change 80 to 100%? It's very easy. You'll just cross 1 0 with 1 0. You can divide both sides by 8. So 8 divided 8, it will be 1% of x. This is equals 32 divided 8, it will be 4. And write down 1 0. Then how can we change 1 into 100? You will just multiply both sides times 100. It means 100% of x, which represents the original price, equals 40 times 100, which equals 4,000. So the original price, or the price before the discount, is 4,000. So the answer is A.